Here's to the dude down the street with the garage band. The folks standing on the street corner asking for change. Change. It's something we all need. But until things get a little better, listen to the music play. Where in the world is Megan's new music? Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you can hear my voice, then that means you have made it to yet another episode of Where in the World is Megan's New Music? We have a very interesting evening ahead of us, ladies and gentlemen, and I gotta tell you, I am so glad you're here. Well, it seems as if Mother Nature's kind of ticked off at us, and that Punxsutawney Phil wasn't too far off. The winter weather is taking us by the ropes. For those of you who are further south than me and further west than me, I do hope that you guys are staying safe and staying warm. I saw that pile up on the internet, and I gotta tell you, that made my heart hurt. So I'm going and praying for all of the folks that were involved in that pile up and for all the folks that are being slammed by this winter weather. Up here in Pittsburgh, we have some snow. It's not too bad, and from what I understand, it's not supposed to stay for very long. So, thankfully, we're going to be okay up here. But for those of us who aren't so lucky, I wish you nothing but luck and warmth. Well, this week we're bringing a very special guest back onto the radio. We had him quite a while back at this point, and I've been talking a lot about the project I've been working on with him. We're going to be talking to Mr. Craig Veltri once again. This time we're going to be listening to some live sessions from yesteryear, some performances that he laid down in Pittsburgh, North Carolina, Nashville, and we're going to get to talk about some of the future plans he has as well. Before we get into that, though, I do want to play some tracks from some of our favorites here on Where in the World is Megan's New Music. On the 11th of February, my band Moonshine Jasmine released their debut album, I'm Not Sorry. I'm going to start off the evening with a song that's on the album. It was not written by me. This one was actually written by our bass player, Mr. Tyler Feathers. He's an up-and-coming blues artist, and he wanted to try his hand with a song that he's been working on for the better part of 4 years. And I'm very proud of him, and I'm also very proud to be able to produce this song with him and with very tight recording. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and take a listen to Millville Blues, written by Tyler Feathers.
She loves me just might love me back. Said I found me a woman, think she just might love me back. Oh, I'm gonna run away with her now to get out of my Millvale blues.
Well, that was Tyler Feathers and Moonshine Jasmine with his song Millville Blues. I do hope you enjoyed that one because I sure love playing it. We're going to keep things moving and grooving to keep the temperatures high and the spirits higher. This next song is one of my personal favorites, and I often find myself playing this one on repeat more times than I'll care to admit. We're going to take a listen to our good friend Mr. Skylar Davis with his song, Burned All My Money.
Well, I just burned all my money, and to be honest, I feel kinda lucky, cause what I want, no money cannot buy. Don't stay where you are, cause you feel kinda fuzzy when it all goes down. You gotta ask yourself something, did I make all I could of my life?
Once again, Skylar Davis and brother Mike Kemp. Back at it again. Back at it again.
Woke up and said, hated the sun, on to another place.
Every time I hear that song, it takes 30 pounds of pressure off my shoulders and it brings a big old smile to my face. Skylar, thank you so much for everything you do as a traveling musician, spreading that love and light to the masses. I know we definitely appreciate it here. Man, I tell you what, we have been hanging out for such a long time now. We're almost coming up on our 1 year anniversary. That's just in a couple months. I want to say, as always, if you're listening to Unrestricted Radio and you're listening to my show here, I'm always looking for new submissions from musicians such as yourself. If you or a friend that you have, maybe a family member, the guy that lives down the street, anybody that you know that's making music and wants some radio time, by all means, please send them my way. I love meeting new people. I love meeting new musicians. And I love being able to listen to everybody's heart and soul when they put it out on those tracks and on those stages. It's something really truly magical that if you really don't pay attention, you're going to miss out on one of the most beautiful things in life. Well, let's go ahead and take a listen to another track. We're going to change the pace a little bit here. We're going to throw it back to our friend Tio that we got to meet over the summer. This is his track, Hurricane, and I hope you enjoy it.
Oh shit, here's some lotion for your dry ass speech. No bounce and jiggle like a white ass beach. No need for confusion or oh my that's deep. Cause you caught me standing up on a ride that steep. Childish major motherfucker malfunctioning once again. Clownfish major undercount, I fuck 'em over all my friends. Wild and cage of rumble runners, now I'm sitting over them medallion. Raised up other brothers, how fun is it in the end? Like a Chuck E. Cheese birthday party, no bacteria. Like a dummy please earthquake on me, no Arabia. Wife for honey, Easter day, party for America. Wipe a funny need, first they pardon for my character. Secondly, it's secondary, cemetery flows. Raise bones like Lazarus' dick when he throws down with the secretary. Generally for the codes, war starter, you're retarded thick. When he grows up to be the king of the world. King Kong whipping hoes, often wrong with the girls, but they whirl. Drifting slow, no Tokyo show. Boat ring the gong he imposed. Yesterday was so long ago, but here we go. Petting strokes when I cause a heart attack. Chest convulsions before you bug a track. Just acknowledge the tree is weak when I start to whack. Yes, compulsive. In fact, run the back. I said yes to golfing. Driving you with a range you've never seen. Through the iron face reconstruction will leave you remaking through the wire permanently. After the vermin that did it was newly hired. Virtual McGreen, learn her to see that I was the one doing the dire on that curry shit. Oh, on that curry shit.
In my coffee, price tag on my thoughts. Meslinex ups head up cause I'm coming for his spot. Homemade preaching gon' make my teeth rot like sweet Jesus. Pleased to meet ya, I think not. Only thing I'ma put 'em on is the defensive. Singing for some pennies while I'm swinging for the fences. And anything short of momentum's incentive. Go echo standing uncorrected, a lack of direction. Yeah. Bright ideas hit me from the sunshine. Catch 'em two-stepping on the front lines. And I might bring a rubber chicken to a gunfight. We're chin-checking, get your chucks tied, here we go.
I hopped out the bazaar, searching for parts to get my hoopty to start. New generation Picard, the worst of 13 filler arts and solitaire with heads and starts to playing cards like gosh, fucking so hard not to erupt. Constantly on the cusp of an implosion as such. It burns the underbrush, the real me bubbles up, rolling a blunt. Sharks, bars, candy crushed, but a question. What you glorify in this section? I'm in searching for destiny since times of the Byzantine. Embezzle a fantasy, sun shines on a spotless mind. We redesign shit. Hold your monologue, we demigods, and read your thoughts, and we ain't even verified yet. So hold up. Got my life in a backpack labeled hazmat. Souls in a brown paper bag as I melt with a pool from the blast like where the
I'm at the crib like a rebel without a cause. Cue the coup de raw, let it all represent the sentiment of my junk in your jaw. Hope for the faux pas. I lay down and then I dip out to the sound of someone shouting. The fuck just came out that kid's mouth. Since the slightest vinyl scratch could turn me to a psychopath, I had to pick my head up just to put it back in my pirate's hat. Spitball in a China shop, that kind of talk is cyanide. Spitball and stuff in your bomber jacket with dynamite and bad halves of boulevard. Allies swarmed by the bar flies. It's lit on the dark side, I take it too far. So the car dies at the crossroads. The bravado feel like Pablo's, but it's all mine. The boom bap Statler and Waldorf got 'em screaming either uncle or encore. It's back to the dungeon and straight to the top floor. So my girl will show you hoes to the dog floor.
Back at it, the set of the second Roger Rabbit in the attic 6 years ago. The static addicts, the crickets, a bubblegum princess has they hit up on my dick since the Spankers Club body count is endless. Back alley dispense riffs, I'm smoking on res hits till light years not here. This is Mr. Spit. A sentence that I'm trying to make it funny. A dino head footprint trying to gather up some samples like money is fat as hippopotamus, but still don't have a pot to piss. Still searching for accomplishments. I'm tormented in obelisk, and on some honest shit, I gotta face it. Make it out the basement.
I'm just trying to make it out the basement. The basement, the basement, the basement. I'm just trying to make it out the basement. The basement, the basement, the basement. I'm just trying to make it out the basement. The basement, the basement, the basement. I'm just trying to make it out the basement. The basement, the basement, the basement. I'm just trying to make it out the basement. The basement, the basement, the basement. I'm just trying to make it out the basement.
We got to hear Curricane by T.O., and I threw a little back alley sound in there for the folks keeping track back home. That song is called Basement, and that one is featuring Yak the Atlas. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as I mentioned at the beginning of this episode, we are bringing back none other than Mr. Craig Veltri for another evening of chatting about the future and listening to some tunes from the past. We're going to have a great time with Craig tonight. We're going to listen to some great music. But before I get Craig on the line, I do want to play one final song. This song is coming at you from our very good friend Chino Chapa out of the Chicagoland area. He came out to Pittsburgh to record his tracks about 2 years ago now. And I see that he's also starting up a sunglasses line, so keep an eye out for that. But let's go ahead and take a listen to New Fucking Orleans by Chino Chapa.
Well, I met a man in New Orleans. I traded him some LSD so we could read his tarot cards for me and for my wife, so she could see what the past means, what the future brings, and how this cruel world can be so mean. Fucking fucking all day. Still, I'm fucking all day. Still, fucking all The water's getting higher, my lungs are getting tighter. Walking down Decatur Street. Ooh, ladies are talking, vampire men are stalking. My brain is soaked with LSD. Ooh, baby, get me out of here. The blues are around and I wanna stay clear. La 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 la. The mass figures all I see. The clowns and wizards, baby, please help me. Ba-dum, ba-dum. La 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 la. I mean,
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back at it once again with yet another episode of Where in the World is Megan's New Music? I have a returning guest and someone that I've been making quite a bit of racket with lately. We're bringing back to the microphone here, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Craig Veltri, one of our ultimate favorites. How you doing tonight, Craig?
Doing very well, making a lot of racket, much to the chagrin of our neighbors, but hopefully too much to the enjoyment of our listeners. How are you?
I'm not doing too well, running around with my head cut off, but that's how Fridays go.
Especially in our line of work, yes.
Yes. Well, what do you got going on lately? Last time that we talked, you were releasing Shine On, which has come out and it seems to be pretty successful. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Um,
I honestly, I've just been writing. I've been doing shows. Not only with COVID, but Pittsburgh Winners is finally starting to see a lot more bookings happening. I'm not quite fully booked on my weekends through the summer, but I'm definitely getting there, and I do have a couple of dates coming up through February, but I'm back to being busy again. So winter. They say forebodingly, winter is coming, and in our in as I say in our line of work, it's the month of, even in Nashville, as your listeners may remember, I did live in Nashville for about 5 years, and I even during the months of December to like February, March, you definitely saw a lot less people out in the bars and coming to visit the town. So I'm coming to find that that's true everywhere. That was true in Charlotte when I started out. But the event just you stay busy, you keep practicing, and you keep trying to come with some new ideas. And that's what I've been doing without really realizing that it was kind of embedded in me this past 3 months.
Excellent. That sense of hibernation during the winter months is always good. Some of my best ideas come from that time.
Yeah, and also the excess weight. I need to start doing some push-ups.
Yeah, I understand. You put on that Christmas time 15, as they say.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny. Well, I've been keeping myself busy as well, and you and I have been working together on a couple of little tunes there.
We have, yes.
Yeah.
And it's always great. It's always great. I've met a couple of great players, but there's certainly a great cavalcade of writers around here. But I'm always very I don't want to say selective, but I always kind of guard my technique a little bit when I pick partners. But yeah, we the stuff that we've got going is pretty clicky. I made I told you this, Megan. I'll tell everybody else this. I don't really plan to record anything for the rest of the year, but stick around 2023. Uh, the tunes that we wrote might make something. I'm not sure, but
Yeah, that'd be cool for sure. And I've got a couple of rough tracks we may hear now and again on the show, as long as Craig allows me to show you the good people back home.
feel free. Feel free.
Awesome,
They're
awesome.
your songs too. So
Well, I appreciate that very much. As I've learned in my recent history, sometimes folks are not as kind as they seem. So I appreciate your generosity.
to quote Sugarland's "Baby Girl," everybody's your friend. You can never be sure. So
Exactly, exactly. Well, Craig, I would love to hear some music from you. This time we're going with some live performances. Last time we heard some studio work. So you've sent me some songs and I listened to them here at home and I'm absolutely in love. You know, you could read me the phone book and I'd be in love.
oh.
But but
What's a phone book?
yeah, right. And for the kids listening back home, what's that? Do you mean that thing in my contacts?
Exactly. Okay, let me pull that up.
Right? But anyway, we got a couple songs to listen to tonight. I want to play two back to back. So, what do you want to spin for us first?
Remind me what you got. Most of the stuff that I sent you are things that I recorded in Nashville. We talked quite a bit off the line about you going back to Nashville, and I figured that you pick, and I can remember the venue, and I can tell you all about it.
Okay, let me turn on my once dead phone. I had to plug it in. I had such a nightmare getting this interview together with you today. Not only today, but this whole week, I've been having computer issues. And when I sat down today, everything that was a problem, I fixed. Then my phone died and my computer was buffering. And I'm like, no, this is going to be a problem again. So
The wonders of modern technology, Megan,
they
I
say
swear.
it's supposed to be helpful, but sometimes I feel like just doing it face to face with some paper and a tape recorder would do a lot better than this.
well, let's see. Well, let me remind myself what I sent you. I'm pulling up the playlist now. Here we go. Let's start with something that is actually online at the moment.
Okay.
It is off my EP Vagabond, which is available on all the streaming services. It is a song that I wrote while I was living in Nashville. My fiance at the time took me to a birthday party. I'm not going to specify whom because all of her friends are asking whom it's about, and I will never tell. But it was just kind of it's well described in the song, but I had never been so bored by a name chit chat in my entire life, and I've never been one for a name chit chat. Anyway, that's why I didn't do so well in sales, so or customer service or anything like that.
I
So,
understand.
but yeah, it's a song that I recorded at one of our favorite places, the Starlight Open Mic over in Blonix. This is the only one that isn't hasn't been done in Nashville. This is a Pittsburgh recording back in July. Many thanks to the kind folks, Moondog, who owns the joint, and to the folks that continue to put it on. Wild Bill still screams out your last name.
Yes,
So
yes, I know. Wild Bill's my man.
he's great. He's great. Sing a little Wednesday song, but
I
we're not
love
going to
it.
sing. We're not going to sing a Wednesday song. We're going to play a song called "Boring" instead.
And what do you want to play after boring? We've got arms out, open wide. She had a ring
Uh,
and can't come back.
let's go with "Can't Come Back." This one was recorded at a place in Midtown, right by Vanderbilt, called Cafe Coco. Now it was closed for a little bit, and I believe it has reopened. And it was like the second or third open mic that I played when I got to Nashville. So this is back in 2016, and this is back when I didn't really have a sense of style. So you see the video. All these videos are available on YouTube. I believe Megan will be kind enough to link out the descriptions. Um,
Absolutely.
and yeah, it was a song that initially I had written about Pittsburgh. I didn't believe that I had a place there anymore when I got to thinking about it. And I wrote this song with a guy in Charlotte by the name of Brett Milstead. Now, as I live in Pittsburgh now, I it kind of shifted. I feel like I can't go back to North Carolina. At least, I mean, I still have family down there, but it's kind of that feeling that it's not my place anymore. Fun things happen when you get old kids. So
Well, I am very excited to listen to this, and I'm excited to hear the difference. One video is from 2021, one video you said was from a few years ago. So I'm excited to hear the dichotomy in your progression here. So let's go ahead and take a listen to Boring, recorded at the Starlight Open Mic, and Can't Come Back, recorded down in Nashville. I'm sorry, what did you say the venue was called?
Cafe Coco.
Cafe Coco.
How about a big hand for Devin, Mike, and Hold on, I was getting to it. My name is Craig Veltri, and as tempted as I am to follow Orange G's set with a song called Vagabond, which is also the name of my EP. I'm going to do a song off of that record. This is a song about my own personal hell. My own personal hell. I was in the South way too long. Imagine a dinner party with a bunch of 30-something women talking about nothing. Let's call it boring. I'll get to it. I'm being drugged around on the right side of this town. I only came in 'cause it's easier than fight. All I wanna do is scream. Into a party we go, full of people that my keeper knows. Bunch of small talking people with small talking minds on the dying side of their dreams. I'd rather stay home and pretend I care about your family and life story, your daily drive and the weather here, revealing word by word. You're so boring. It's been an hour, so I'm told, but it feels like a week or so. And the game's not on and my phone's in the car, so I try listening. Well, I guess the city sure has grown. Let's talk some more about the stuff we own. More supermarket sightings of our favorite stars. All I wanna do is scream. I'd rather stay home than pretend I care about your family and life story, your daily drive and the weather here, revealing word by word. So boring. I'd rather stay home than pretend I care about your family and life story, your daily drive and the weather here, revealing word by word. You're so boring. You're so boring. Oh my God, so boring. Blah, 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 boring. It's just another soiree full of people with nothing to say. Oh, they drone, they blab, they yap and yap. Thank God the food is free, and so's the booze, more importantly. It's 1 a.m. No, I'm not okay. Just an hour ago I had to make my getaway. The arms I felt around me are now clutching at my chin. I can't come back here again. Been away too long, and just enough has changed. I do believe the lives we lead are caused of fading strange. And what makes it worse, no one here's to blame. I can't come back here again. Used to be my home, now it ain't. Constant man and friend, now I can't. All I used to love is now gone. Yes, it's best that I just move on. Memories were made along these rising streets, but I can't stand to linger on such a dated scene. Thanks for the cheer upon this barren land. I can't come back here again. Used to be my home, now it ain't. Called so many friends, now I can't. All I used to love is now gone. Yes, it's best that I just move on. Say you can't go home, that's not always true. But sometimes you'll return and it's a place you'd rather pass through. And with all that's out there, this town could never win. I can't come back here again. I can't come back here again. I can't come back here again.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for sticking around. We got to listen to a live recording of Boring and Can't Come Back, performed by none other than Mr. Craig Veltri himself. Craig, thank you for sharing those two recordings. I loved both of them.
Well, thank you. I have not done a proper recording of "Can't Come Back." That might be a song that I put on a record next year. Assuming it, because I "Can't Come Back." I basically I don't want to say ripped off, but I certainly definitely jacked the style of Bob Dylan, specifically "Shelter from the Storm." It kind of has that template to it, but. Yeah, I do love that song, and in fact, I think that actually might be my wife's favorite song. So
Awesome. So tell me about your future plans. You mentioned a lot about recording and releasing stuff in the coming year. So what does that mean for you? Are you going to be recording here in Pittsburgh? Do you have plans to record back down in Nashville?
I don't know, but I think I'm not even going to limit myself to just Pittsburgh or Nashville. I recorded with some three of the best guys that I have ever met in my life. Jack Gavin on the Vagabond EP, P.T. Houston with the songs that I call the Off the Row sessions. That might be the way I go. I might complete some stuff with him. The guy who did Shine On and my upcoming single, Falling for You, coming soon to Where in the World is Megan's New Music on Unrestricted Radio. But Brian Cole is his name, guy out of Latrobe who did a wonderful job on those two tracks, and I might go that route. But in the meantime, I'm just gonna keep touring, keep networking. I'm trying to get out of state as much as possible. I'm aiming for going to Austin during the summer, and because I have some friends out there. Jeremy Veldwees did the last three pieces of artwork, which are prominent on my Spotify and on all of my social media. He lives out in Austin now, so might be catching up with him. So it's there are a lot of plans. There are a lot of songs to sift through, because next year it's I have enough for a full record. I just want to see if the demand's out there for a full record. So that's kind of what this year's going to be determining.
Nice. Well, I wish you nothing but success with that. Now,
Thank you.
in terms of your playing, I've been seeing a lot of gigs that you've been picking up. Do you have any plans on working with a band? Are you going to just keep riding solo?
Nashville spoiled me with bands because this actually has happened a couple of times. I'll give you a prime example. I was playing at what is now Miranda Lambert's bar. It was Crazy Town at the time, and I'm in the middle of a gig, and my bass player gets a text message that his child, I can't remember if it was a son or daughter, but apparently there was an emergency. He unplugs his bass, he goes immediately. All of us, I start playing, we start playing, our drummer starts getting on the phone, and within an hour, there's another bass player. Now, and that's because that's Nashville. It's Music City. They don't specify which music, but there are a lot of musicians around, and a lot of them need work. I find that it's kind of like back when I was in Charlotte. Everybody's already in a band. Everybody already has their projects going, so it's a little bit harder to find people in this town. At least people who are, you know, pro. So I'm open to that. I'm open to a band, but that is a lot of a commitment. And the thing, if you know anything about artists, you know that they don't tend to uh, tend to take suggestion or authority well, and I'm not a very good boss. So it so it's so I if I'm being honest, I'm open to the idea, but I've been solo for the most part for the last 15 years, and I'm doing okay with that. When the time comes, I'll pull the trigger on it, but probably not right
Gotcha. Well, I've found that being a solo artist has just as much glamour to it as being in a band, and for different reasons. But either way, I feel is very fruitful, and I think you'll be able to do it.
now. Well,
Be able
thank
to take
you.
some serious
Well,
music.
easy for you to say. Moonshine Jasmine rocks. I mean,
Oh, well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. It's yeah, Moonshine Jasmine. We've been moving and grooving the best we can. We're going to Chicago this weekend. Ohio shows. We're going to Cody, Wyoming. Um,
my.
got a whole bunch of stuff coming up. So yeah. Well, Craig, I want to give you some time to play two more songs, but before we do that, tell the good people back home where we can find you in the coming weeks.
Well, this coming Thursday, my monthly gig is with a great restaurant by the name of The Porch in Oakland. The Porch at Shenley, right on Shenley Plaza, every third Thursday of the month for the rest of the year. So that'd be the easiest place for you to find me. Just to make it easy on you for the month, my my other favorite haunt here in town is Willow Station over in Castle Shannon. Great group of folks own that place. It's very nice. I call it the warmest place in Pittsburgh because it is. It's just you should come sometime. You'll love it. And that'll be on February the 19th. I'll also have another gig there on March the 12th. And to round out the month, I will be playing over in Brookline at the Getaway Bar and Grill. It's a really cool place, and just right, basically nestled in between Brookline, Mount Lebanon, Castle Shannon. How the towns kind of cross over in the South Hills. But yeah, it's really cool joint. Any of those places, my full dates are available at craigveltri.com. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Instagram. My Twitter's inactive. I need to get that figured out. And I actually did just start a TikTok page. So
Awesome.
I don't know what to do with it. Please stay tuned as I try to figure it out.
I'll follow you on TikTok. I got you.
Thank you.
All right, Craig. Well, I am very excited to see what 2022 will bring you. I know that you have done nothing but impress us so far. I'm excited to hear the new music, and I look forward to seeing you play some really kick ass venues. Before I let you go, before I say goodbye, we got time for two more live tracks. So, what do you want to spin?
Well, let's start with the one that isn't available for streaming, and we'll end with the one that is available for streaming. This is, I feel like I should should be doing a Rick Seaback voice for anybody who's lived in Pittsburgh and listen and watch the old WQED documentaries of his. He's still active doing those documentaries, but talking about Pittsburgh landmarks is one of his better documentaries was Things That Aren't There Anymore.
Love him.
This is Jed's in Nashville. It is. I'm not going to do the voice, but it was recorded at Jed's in Nashville. I think it was the second time I ever did this. Radio station, the independent station out there, Lightning 100 used to host that venue, and it was an open mic in Nashville. It is a cattle call for sure. You can go if you in your little town. We in Pittsburgh for certain. Megan, I know Bennington. You know how it goes. So you sign up. There's maybe 10 people there. You do 3 or 4 songs, and it's very laid back. There were about 25 people in there. Some of them didn't get to play, and you got one song. You're on, you're off, go away. And it was a different kind of experience. So you had only that bit of time to make an impression. So the song I was armed with that night is a song I wrote called "She Had a Ring," and the story is told within it. But brief synopsis: this actually happened to another songwriter I knew back in Charlotte. She had been engaged. Guy dumps her, takes the ring back, and then proposes to the girl that he was on the side with said ring. So I figured, okay, we got to spin this and make this a happy story, because she was doing very well. She's since married and on with her life, and she's doing pretty well. So that's She Had a Ring, and that's that.
Awesome. And we have time for another one. Looks like Arms Out, Open Wide. Tell me about that one.
That is the one that closed my first record, A Million Miles to Go, which is a full-length record that I did in Concord, North Carolina. One of my dearest friends from back then, name is Mo Brines, and he had a home studio, and we recorded 10 songs, which was kind of the proof of concept for me to start songwriting and start pitching myself. The closer on that, I was doing something with open tuning, and which, if you ever listen to Goo Goo Dolls or Dashboard Confessional, it was kind of in that vein, obviously. And I don't know, I was seeing this woman and basically lamenting her presence because it was getting a little bit too complicated, and it was one of the songs. One of the greatest compliments that you can give a songwriter is like, "Oh God, do I get that?" And that was one, especially with men my age and to this point still, like, oh yeah, the woman in my girlfriend, my ex, boy, she blindsided me. So it's about being blindsided, basically, by love.
Awesome. Well, I'm very happy that we got to sit down and chat despite all of the technological issues we had.
Yeah.
Craig, thank you for your time. Thank you for sharing your music. Ladies and gentlemen back home, thank you for tuning in every Friday night for episodes of Where in the World is Megan's New Music with some of the best talent that I've been able to get my hands on. I'm so thankful that we get to listen to these last 2 tracks together. She Had a Ring and Arms Out, Open Wide. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a listen to that. In the meantime, between time, peace and love.
Worst heartbreak that I didn't go through, I ever heard of. The song is called She Had a Ring. She had a ring, meant everything, held her heart together, just like a sling. He changed his mind, found a new bride, thinking maybe new is better. Fool so blind, broke her heart and took everything. The new bride wears her own ring. She gonna take you, she's gonna live her life. She's gonna drink sangria like it's it's a good idea. And she just told her heartbreak kid, goodbye, see ya. She's gonna lose her kid. Let down her head. Should've known better, let a good one free. He broke a vow. Look at her now, chasing down the good life that he never allowed. No, she won't cry over the sky. I know you shed tears over wasted time. Love that was forever's now gone. Felt so right, man, she was wrong. But she ain't gonna lose, so she's just gonna move on. She's gonna drink sangria like it's a good idea. And she just told her heartbreak kid, goodbye, see ya. She's gonna lose her kid. Let down her hair. Should've known better than to let the good one free. Gonna drink sangria like it's a good idea. And she just told her heartbreak kid, goodbye, see ya. One day she'll find her love. You think she's more than enough. And he'll go better than let the good one free. My name is Craig Veltri. Thank you for listening to me. Good night. Right here in your arms, I feel so calm. Right here in your arms, I feel so free. I made a plan to never settle down. Couldn't use you vulnerable, I refuse to operate. So I asked her, where did you come from? You could've caught me in a better time. I was fine alone, but now I don't know if I should run away or run to you, arms out of wide. I make you smile at a time I had no share. Broken and certain, you deserve to come my fears. I know you're a woman that doesn't mind to gamble, but you shouldn't bet on a man that's bound to ride for. Where did you come from? You could've caught me in a better time. I was fine all alone, but now